Hey everybody, thank you for joining BizData's webinar on healthcare data integration with EHR systems and FHIR data models. Today we're going to give you an idea of how we work in these ecosystems and also do a brief introduction to our eZintegration platform for integration as a service, and just a little bit intro into BizData, the company, as well. Let me start and introduce myself. My name is Scott Puning. I'm based here in Southern California. Here at our U.S. offices, cover U.S. sales for us. And also joining me today is our co-founder CTO Ritesh Kapra, who is going to lead the EHR discussion and cover a brief demo on that as well. So I'm going to kick things off and hand it over to Ritesh here in a minute, and I'll cover a little bit of eZintegrations towards the end. And we'll also leave it open to questions if you could hang on to those at the end of the call, or feel free to put them in the chat window as well, and we can cover additional follow-up if you'd like to find out more information on BizData, the company. So let's get started. So for today, like I mentioned, we're going to cover FHIR and EHR integration, some of the challenges that we've seen in the ecosystem, and how our integration platform can work with these various systems. From there, Ritesh will cover the eZintegrations demo and lead into myself giving you more of an overview on BizData, the company, and also our eZintegrations platform. And at the end, feel free to ask us any questions that might come up throughout the presentation. So Ritesh, I'll hand it over to you. I think you're good to go. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, thank you, Scott.
Okay. You bet.
So I shared my screen. I hope everyone see it.
Yes.
Okay. So today topic is how we can do integration between EHR system as well as any third-party systems, or how we can bring in the EHR data models out of a system and then go with the compliance theory of FHIR model, and then maybe go and integrate with another set of systems. So while doing this kind of integrations, we face a lot of challenges. Typically in healthcare industry, we find different set of complexity. So healthcare industry, if you see the journey from past 20, 30 years, it's primarily mostly based on the legacy data sets, where typically companies are using RDBMS systems, IBM DB2 systems, Oracle databases, and somewhere it's like MS SQL Server and so on. So if you see the overall ecosystems typically based on the RDBMS system, and then a lot of applications has been developed in this sector, which are typically .NET based, XML based. Somewhere it is mostly a old kind of fashion technology with PHP based and so on. So when you have that kind of huge ecosystem where technology is already used, but you want to send your data sets or your patient information, encounter information to modern applications. Let's say you are building a mobile app where you want to have data in the form of appointment, scheduling for the patient, as well as information related to patient, where you want to do patient engagement, or you want to send data to the hospitals, research institutes. So it becomes a very challenging assignment how you can read data from those legacy systems, convert that one into a FHIR model, and then finally send it to a modern applications with modern technologies. So this is like one of the biggest challenge that we see in the healthcare sector, or typically when we are dealing with the patient data sets. So different application will have a obviously different entity relationship diagrams or entity relationship model, where you have different set of tables, different nomenclature on your table name as well as in your column name. So when you have different set of table names and different column names, your objects will be of different name. So patient not always necessary has to be a patient name. It can be your customer as well. In some cases, it can be a people as well. In some cases, you can call it as just my record systems or entity systems. So everywhere in every system, you see a different uh, nomenclature for the patient, encounter, care plan, and so on. So the FHIR model, the fast healthcare interpretive resource model, which is the first organized by HL7, that they came up with a model saying that, okay, let's follow a complete basic uh, terminology or basic nomenclature across all our uh, business objects, and then send it to various systems. So the biggest challenges we are facing today is how we can integrate multiple systems with their different entity relationships. Now, once you have different nomenclature, it is very obvious that how you will go and map them. So somewhere you may have different uh, nomenclature for age, first name, last name, address, and so on. So it's very difficult to go and do mapping as well between two attributes or between two business object attributes. So that's where this challenging ecosystem, where you invest a lot of money in hiring a lot of developers, you go and hire a lot of consultants who understand this kind of FHIR model, and then you go and finally do integrations. Now there are a lot of FHIR model versions as well. So the first that was originated, I think a decade back, where it was like HL7 org, which is typically XML driven. So over the period of time, we have got multiple FHIR models where which is related to US core. We have got STU4. We have got various version R2, R3, R4. So every model that you see, there are some business objects which are supported, some are not supported. Some is having a XML driven versions, someone is having JSON versions. Even in JSON responses, you have varieties and flavors. So when you have different models, then again it becomes a complex ecosystem where you need to hire expert of that particular version, and you need to hire particular version related functional experts to go and do the integrations. So every FHIR model, when we have different responses like XML and JSON, you need to deal with different EHR applications where authentications are different. So somewhere you may have simple authentications, just like username and password, and somewhere you need to go and do a authorization based on the tokens, like API based tokens, where you want to do open auth 2.0 based token based, or you want to go for a simple API key. Now, in order to acquire these security rules from a EHR system, it's a very tedious process. You have to go and register yourself as a developer, then you need to get a assignment, and then you have to go and give the justification why we are doing it this, and how we can go and retrieve this overall patient information. So it's a journey. So it's like good 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or 1 month job where you want to get the authentication onto your plate. So this is the another challenge where companies struggle to how to get the really authentication from the various EHR system. Now, in many cases, you may end up also doing a good integration, but you may not have visibility. Like what kind of integration I'm really doing? Is my integration is really compliant with the FHIR model? The data which I am reading is really correct ones, or the mapping has been done wrong? So you need a working knowledge over there, like my overall mapping or the integration has gone into the right way. Or if you have already gone into live mode and your integration is up and running, but you may see the cases like after 3 months, 6 months, integration services are down. You don't have any idea how my data is flowing from one system to another system, whether my integration is really working. Do I am getting new data sets in my source system? So these are the couple of challenges where lot of healthcare providers are failing to really keep up the pace on the integration. So there are a couple of firms, I will say big organizations, who uses multiple EHR system. Now, once you have multiple EHR systems like Oracle Cerner, you are using for something else, for maybe for clinical trial, you are using Athena Health System, and maybe you are using Epic for your some other set of activity. So you have multiple EHR system, maybe based out in different location, different country, but now you want to gather all those EHR data sets and want to have a single view. And then you want to go and do analysis like how many patients I have and what is their gender and they are belonging to from which country, and then what is their medical history, what kind of diagnosis has been done, how many encounters has happened. So it's very difficult to get all of this information into a single view. So these are the another challenge which industry is facing, how I can get my whole different data sets into a single dashboard or into a single web page where I can analyze my whole data set. Now there is a possibility where every patient information is available into a scattered system. So a patient may go through a journey where the person is visiting into a physician labs. The same person is going to diagnostic centers, same person is going to different hospitals in the whole journey of a lifespan. But how you can go and collect all those patient information, the complete history, the medical claims, the insurance claims, the complete hospital information, and then get the same patient ID and same patient address, and then collect the overall information and get a complete view. So these are a lot of challenges. I think this overall these challenges to really overcome, you need to have like a very big project which is keep running for 6 months, 1 year, and then you really collecting data but failing in technology side, but not really keeping up the pace for your the data set that you are looking for. So how we can solve all of these challenges? So there are challenges which are multiple, and I'm sure there are a lot of other challenges as well, but these are the couple of challenges which you feel that which is dominating right now. And yeah, and the industry is struggling to find out a clear cut solution. So eZintegration is a platform. So BizData provides a eZintegration platform which will help you to overcome all of these challenges. Now, once you overcome these challenges, where I can apply this data set, or in what all use cases I can use it. So you can use it this one in patient portal, appointment system, or when you are engaging with your patient, or you want to do some digital marketing campaign for your patient to have some kind of therapy or doses, or you want to attract for a particular research institute or for the hospital or institution, so you want to run some kind of campaign and then want them to bring to your institute and so on. So that is number one use cases where we think that EHR system is very helpful, because when we will go and integrate with those systems, we will simply follow the FHIR model. The other use case is when you are going for new drug discovery or new medical device product development. So in pharmaceutical companies, when you're going for drug discovery, it is very important that during your clinical trial stage itself, you want to do a lot of hit and trial where you want to use machine learning models and quickly identify how things are moving on. If I will go and apply this particular diagnostic into a particular patient, and what can be the patient history. So you can use all of this data into your machine learning model in your clinical trial stage itself, and then quickly find out those results. Now, in order to bring those data into your machine learning models, you need a validated data and you need a concrete data. And that concrete data you can acquire from various EHR system. Now, in order to retrieve data from those EHR system, again, how to go and retrieve it. So it's not just about pinging your API and then retrieving it. Every API again follows a FHIR model, and then you had to make your API responses flat so that you can utilize those for your clinical trial, uh, uh, your analogy or the ecosystem that you want to execute. Same thing goes for medical devices. So not just for electronic health record, it also applies to electronic medical record. So any medical devices product, then when you're going for new product development, so you would have to go to a compliance of UUID, like which is mostly of like a unique device identifier, where FDA has approved that every medical devices should go and have a unique device identifier in their product. Even though you are in a concept stage, you need to go and define first your unique device identifier. Now, this unique device identifier, you want to go and operate into multiple uh, patients or animals, but you have to have upfront the data available for you to go and use that device or make a conceptual bill of material for that device. Now, for all of this, you need data. So again, the data will come from the overall patient history or encounter or the diagnostic that has happened, and you will upfront know what all diagnostic has happened for that particular patient after using those medical devices in the past, or how the competition has used these particular medical devices products on so and so patient, and what was the outcome of those usage of medical devices equipments. So this is the second use case which yeah, the EHR data set with FHIR model is very important. Now, report, it can also be used in reporting analytics. So when we collect data from various EHR ecosystem, we can have a complete ad hoc based reports where the user can go and create their own reports and then search the reports by various dimension and then get the insights on it. So complete 360 view of a patient, you can get it by like how you want to diagnose the patient by encounter, care plan, the insurance claims, and so on. And you can also get the two views of the your EHR data set, whether you want to get it from patient centric view or you want to get it from business centric view. So EHR data set is required from both the sides, like the healthcare institutions who want to take it from more from the patient centric side, as well as from the business side where you want to do a lot of campaigns, you want to market about your hospital, or you want to market about your research institute, and so on. So both the side, even insurance company wants to go for their patient information, like how can they can resell the insurance plans and resell the some kind of or go and do diagnosis on their claims. So both the side you can have the EHR data set. So how eZintegration works? So one side you see, I have a data source where the system can be anything. It can be any EHR system, ranging from your Epic, Athena Health, or Happy-based EHR system, or it can also be your locally model built EHR system. Now, this all EHR systems, they provide some kind of readability. Either I can go and read it via APIs, like Oracle Cerner is having Cerner APIs, Athena is having Athena APIs. So I can go and read it via APIs. So APIs, again, some APIs are like REST APIs, some are SOAP APIs. Nowadays, the modern EHR systems are also coming with GraphQL APIs. So we can utilize those APIs to read data from the source system. Now, in some cases, you may have your homegrown EHR system and you have already followed a FHIR model and you don't want to give API or API is not available. We can simply go and write a simple SQL queries from each table and then retrieve those data sets. Now, once we retrieve those data set, the next step is to go and send this data into a target system. Now, these all target systems are those you are, especially the modern applications, the patient portal, appointment app, clinical trial apps, or laboratory information management system where you want to go and send it. So again, in the your target system, you can have API, SOAP API, GraphQL API, or the SQL queries. Now, in this overall data transportation, when we read data from source system and sending it to the target system, we don't store any data into any third-party ecosystem or into a staging area. So it completely reads data from the source system and sends directly to the target system. So there is no data storage in between where we are compromising your data for cleaning or transformation or comply with the FHIR model. Typically, if you see when you go for a investment on this kind of project, the developer goes and bring this data from a source system, send it to a particular folder, and then try to clean it up and then make it compatible with the FHIR model, and then finally send it to target system. But in the case of eZintegration, there is no staging area at all. As soon as we read data from the source system, while data is in flight, we send it to the target system. Now, while data is in flight, we make sure that every data packets that we are sending, it is encrypted. So your data is secured over cloud when we are sending from one system to another system. And eZintegration platform is complied with HIPAA compliance, and it also have a SOC 2 compliance. So we take care of complete security when we are doing data transportation from one system to the system. So eZintegration is established and it is having a predefined data operation where you can quickly go and create your own data flow for accounts, finance, patients, or even for your appointments, stocks IDs, and so on. So out of the box, you will get those integration bridges where you can quickly up and running any EHR system, and you can go and integrate with any SaaS based or API based system. It also have predefined operations where you can clean up your data, where you can comply with your FHIR data model. We have a API marketplace where you can discover EHR systems like Epic, Oracle Cerner, and Happy, which is already onboarded, and lot of other EHR systems. We are in process to onboard them. So there can be cases where this data doesn't have right now the partnership, but in coming months, we will have more and more vendors coming onto the board. But if you have your own partnership with the some EHR and then you already have the tokens, you can always go and straight away go and use those API in the integration platform and can do the integration. There is a capability where you can do drag and drop the operations, and you can just create your own data pipeline from source system to target system, and all this without doing any coding. So all you have to do is just define your uh, uh, the pipeline where say that, okay, this is my source system, this is my target system, and this is the nature which I want to flow data from one system to another system. You can schedule your integration flows. Let's say I want accounting data every once in a month. I don't need it on daily basis, so you can schedule it once in a month. You need your patient information every day and every early in the morning, so you can schedule it in once in a day. You need some other information like appointments of the patients every now and then. So let's say you want to schedule it in real time or every 5 minutes or every 15 minutes. So complete flexibility is available where you can go and define your integration schedules. You can also go and do integration with the same integration pipeline and send it same data to multiple systems. So let's say I am reading data from a Epic EHR system and I want to send the same data to three more different targets. I want to send it to data warehouse for my analytics purpose. I want to send it to some other EHR system, and I want to send it to the same time. I want to send it to mobile app. So we can create a one single data pipeline and send it to three different systems. Now, if you have already gone live with one of the integration pipeline or integration data flow, you want to after 3 months or 6 months or 1 year, you want to go for with the integration with another system. Let's say another second target system. All you have to just say is copy the integration flow. You are all set to create your next integration pipeline, and it just take less than a minute to go and create a copy and then define your new target system, and you are up and running. So this helps really organization to go and create multiple FHIR models with the integration pipeline and then utilize that one with the eZintegration platform. You can also check out the live streaming logs, how my data is flowing from one system to another system. So these are the couple of snapshots how eZintegration platform takes care of data flow. Let's say in the case of accounting, the charge item, we read data from charge item based on the various charge item IDs, and then split that one into patient and counter, organization, and account, and finally splitting again account with patient, practitioner, organization, and location. We can also make a relation with account to account and then further go deeper down with related person, the patient information, and the complete history. So these are the standard R4, STU4, and these US core, the FHIR model data flow is available with the eZintegration platform. Now, this is just one of the example. If you want to build your own data flow based on the API endpoint, so that is also possible with this platform. So this is another case where we are reading the appointment slots and then sending it to different location, to different hospitals, to different going and assigning with different doctors. and then also doing schedulings and sending it to different organizations, the practitioners, and then sending it to different and delegating to different organizations. And then we can also go for medication request, allergens, and all those. So multiple flows are possible with the eZintegration platform. So this is the other one, which is like layer by layer. I can go by layer like appointment, observation, on care plan, on condition, on procedures. So all the endpoint that you see, it is completely based on the FHIR model. So all you have to do is just change the domain name. So you have domain name like Oracle Cerner and Epic or Athena Health or any other. All you are doing is just changing the domain name, and you're all set to utilize the eZintegration data flow for end-to-end integration. So why what we will achieve out of this after doing this overall integration or getting the complete visibility? So we are really solving the industry problems where you are taking care of lack of patient engagement, you are increasing the health costs, so you can reduce those expenses, you are reducing the expenses from the patient side, and you are challenging, you have changes like healthcare regulatory changes which is upcoming like every now and then from the FDA side, even from European Union. So you take care of those regulatory changes, and because you are following the FHIR model, so you are overall each EHR system as well as your any patient engagement app, it's already compliant with those regulatory changes. And you're also, when you're dealing with insurance and payment systems, you are taking care of all the third party involvement, and you are making sure that when you are exchanging data with your insurance providers, you are exchanging data in a proper way and the right information. So all this information can be very helpful for the industry where EHR system is helping this industry. We can also collect data from multiple sources. We can read it from PDF files. So if you have physician information and you want us to go and read the PDF data, we can collect that data, PDF data, and then make it structured and comply with the FHIR model and send it to the target system. So you have diagnostic report and you want us to go and extract the patient first name, last name, what diagnostic has to be done, and then create a JSON payload according to the FHIR model and then send it to EHR system. So that is possible. Same way we can do for labs information, patient portal information, or even reading data from wearable devices where you know the patient XYZ is using and having this much of records day by day, week by week, month by month, and you want to send this information to the target system like EHR, so we can do that as well. So it's all about having a capability where eZintegration platform can read data from databases, APIs, HTTP protocols, even sensor-based protocols, which is available in the wearable devices. So all of this EHR system we support, and a lot of these are in process to make it available in the marketplace, and some of them we have already tested and it is available and ready to use it. Now there are a lot of use cases where from our interaction with a lot of companies, they are looking for ad hoc reporting. So we have another platform called BizIntel 360, where we can collect data from various systems and combine the data with your other flat files like JSON, XML, CSV, or with other application of SaaS-based application, and collate the data and then bring it into a single view in the form of dashboard and reports. So this is also possible with the eZintegration platform, where you can read data and visualize them in the BizIntel 360 platform for your dashboard and reporting. And any users who is a business users or very semi-technical users, they can go and create their own reports out of it. So I will quickly jump to the demo. So this is the eZintegration platform. I will log into this platform. So if you see, this platform provides you a quick dashboard, and we have a huge marketplace where you can see the overall information that, okay, we have a Happy models, Cerner models, and so on. All I have to do is go and collect this information from the Oracle Cerner, and then go to my eZintegration platform and start creating my integration pipeline. So this is the integration pipeline. So you can see that we have EHR pipelines, we have a publisher pipelines, FHIR demos, and so on. So I will show you quickly how we go and create a integration data pipeline. So this data pipeline is coming from Oracle Cerner, which is the product name is Millennium. I can go and search out this information from my API marketplace and then bring from the marketplace this particular business object and then go and read this information from the my API. Now the API is already preceded, it is predefined. I don't have to go and look into the Oracle documentation to collect these APIs. All I have to do is just check my whether my authentication is available and my overall information is available. Does my body looks correct? Is my overall information is good? So all I'm doing is okay, I'm checking, okay, everything is look good. And if I have some certain information like username, password, or information like my authentication is readily available and so on. So all I have to do is go and test this information. And then once it is available and it will work, so it will go and give you response. It will also tell you that my information is correct or it is wrong or it is wrongly seeded and so on. So let's say it tells me that my information is wrong. So I can go and fix it in one shot and I will see that, okay, now I got the 200 response and my information is correct. So that's how I quickly ran the API and I got the token in real time, and then it is available for 570 seconds, and I can use this API. Now as soon as I will go and add this particular, my FHIR model is ready. I don't have to go and really go and cook the FHIR model again. If you want to do multiple cleaning, so we provide multiple set of operations. Let's say in the FHIR model you want to go and do uppercase, lowercase, you want to convert something into JSON to string, you want to convert some XML data into JSON, you want to encode data into base 64 and then send it to target system, maybe third party system, you want to apply some calculation. Let's say you are bringing your insurance financial data and you want to do calculation. So all of these you can do in single line by using a visual pipeline. Now, how to use this one is very simple, where I can go and apply multiple APIs like this, and then again, I can go and use the encounter API. So similarly, I can go and say, okay, I want to go and extract particular information. I can go and say that, okay, how I can go and extract it. So just I want to extract all the information from the resource. So this is the simple way to go and extract the resource. So this is how we go and construct the complete pipeline, and it is complete drag and drop based. So I can drag and drop from here and send it to here, and then I can create my pipeline. Now this whole information, I can send it to a target system. So I can send it to API, I can send it to database. So I have multiple database available, Amazon, from Amazon Redshift, Oracle, MySQL, MS SQL, and so on. If you want to add more data set, that flexibility is also available in this system, where you can add the more data set and send data to the target system. Now, once I have data set available and I want to send it to, let's say, into a data lake or a NoSQL database, all I have to go and define this information and it is available for your integration. And then I can summarize my data, what is my integration name and how frequently I want to go and send it. Let's say I want to schedule my information for once in a day, once in a month, or once in a week, I can go and schedule it. If I want to do it real time, if I want to make a interval of 10 second, 15 second, and so on, I can do that way as well. And then finally go and update my overall information. So once you do this one, my integration pipeline is ready. All I have to do is say start, and my pipeline will go and get started. And once the pipeline is running, the data will start flowing from one system to another system. So that's how we can do quickly integration. Now, in this case, I am sending to a BizIntel 360 application. The data moment I send it, it will start available over here in the form of dashboard and reports. So let me log in. So now the data is loading. So you can see the overall FHIR model, the encounter data, it is available over here for your access. So it has brought couple of patient information, the gender information, the ethnicity, and city-wise patient, and then the overall patient coverage, and so on. So how to use this information? So let's say I want to know for a particular patient, I want to go for 10032. So I can quickly go and search for that 10032. and then the whole dashboard will just filtered by that particular information. So you can imagine once you have millions of records about the encounters and care plans, and you want to quickly understand what is the overall history of for that particular patient, and what was the gender, and how much care plans has been taken care, and from which country, and what was the insurance provider, what kind of medication has been taken care for that particular patient, and what was the comparison between two hospitals, when the admission date happened, and what was the date of the service, and how it has happened, how much investment has happened for that particular medication, which hospital has been diagnosed for that one, and what was the laboratory information. So whole information of your EHR system now is available in your fingertip. Now same way you can go and search it by various other ways, like I want to go and search for just Boston City, so I can use this. So you can utilize the complete search engine functionality go and drill down your complaint information from the your EHR data sets. So that's how it takes care of the your whole integration from one system to another system. Now same data set, if I want to go and send it to another Oracle database or into MS SQL database or any other system, I can send the data sets in a similar fashion where I can do the integrations. So I can do integration with multiple Amazon Redshift. I can send it to various other logs and so on. So that's how this overall thing works. So I will pass on to Scott for the next set of activities. So we will have some time for to understand more deeper into eZintegration platform, as well as to take some questions.
Great, thank you, Ritesh. If you could go back to the slides, or maybe stop sharing your screen, I can read. There we go. Great. Thank you. No, great demo. Yeah, just wanted to give you more of an insight into BizData, who we are, some of the products that we work with, some of our missions and visions in the industry. So our executive teams worked the past 15 years really in the Oracle and SAP ecosystems. BizData was founded with the mission to be the preferred integration platform and data analytics platform of choice with really global customers, system integrators, our partners, and really the vision is to make our partners and our customers successful rather than having to do a lot of custom coding and development and building a lot of these custom solutions in house. Our two platforms are eZintegrations, which is a integration platform as a service. It's no code, cloud-based, really easy to manage and use. We actually offer it for free for the first year, and I'll touch a little bit about that more on the next slide. Our other one is BizIntel 360 for data analytics. And if you could skip to the next slide here, Ritesh. There you go. So our two platforms, eZintegrations is a low-code, cloud-based integration platform for connecting any business application. Extremely easy to use using a drag-and-drop interface where you can define a source target, really building the integration bridge in seconds. We have a lot of pre-built connectors. You can connect to various on-premise cloud data with SOAP and REST API connections. BizIntel 360 is more of our low-code service analytics platform for connecting different data sources, data lakes, data hubs. Working a lot with your structured and unstructured data. Giving you a better visualization into a single dashboard, single pane of glass management. Great. If you could go to the next slide, please. So looking at traditional integrations, this slide on the top really gives you an idea how things have done in the past. With traditional methods, you would need to source the application through business components, read the data through a service container, routing the messaging components and adapters through an ESB, manage the policies, endpoints through a web service, design and connect and collect a lot of the data collection and data models through an event process, And finally, if all that goes well, you can route it to your source target endpoint. So it's pretty um, uh, time consuming, a lot of different parts of the integration process. If you're custom coding or having to custom deploy these, it's not a turnkey solution where you can, build and scale and get your business running in terms of taking on new technologies. With down below with a system like eZintegrations, all the integrations can be built on the fly. You have the ability to integrate cloud on-premise, B2B, EDI, social mobile, data warehouses, and so forth. So really, it's starting with the source, going through SOAP REST API connection, routing it through an inbound message, building the integration, and with the outbound message, you can route it to your target, also via a SOAP REST API. And it's really that straightforward. A lot of our deployments and customers can get their integrations built within a few days, and whereas traditionally, these would take 3 to 6 months even to build, manage, and deploy. So a lot of time savings, a lot of return on investment, and typically our customers really start to see the benefit in the first year of use. Great, if you could go to the next slide, please, Ritesh. So what's really unique about eZintegrations, it's no client library to manage. You don't need to be a PHP Python developer. There's not a lot of custom coding to write, very robust scripting language. There's no staging area. You're working with real-time data and data transformation on the go. Virtually no code to manage, very low code. It's easy to manage, deploy, and use. Operations are repeatable and on the fly with reusable recipes in our API marketplace. Virtually no code. Like I mentioned before, there's no ESB or container. The routing of the messaging through a web service on the go is very attainable. And the dashboard reporting is really great for a business analyst. You couldn't really get a lot of these with custom built in-house solution. And roles and privileges can be assigned depending on who wants to actually have access to the data. Real-time refreshing can be done within seconds, whereas traditionally, you wouldn't have a lot of access to a lot of these type integrations and information. But leaving there, I think that's the last slide, Ritesh, and wanted to open it up to a couple of the questions from earlier. I can read them to you here. I have it in front. The first one was, how does it work with radiology data such as MRIs, CT scans, X-rays? Great question. I'll hand that off to you more for the EHR, FHIR type integrations.
Yeah, so the radiology data, which is typically your sonography, X-ray, and all those data sets. So we typically process them based on the detection based. So if you are, let's say we are taking the sonography data, what exactly you want to extract? If you want to extract the overall information but based on the detection, so we have a separate data source where it works on the image detection and processing. So if we have a third party library available where what you want to detect out of that image and then extract that information and then label them and tag them and send it to our target system. So that level of machine learning tagging and labeling we can use by readily available APIs available over the market. So we can use the APIs which provides the information to do tagging and labeling and send to the target system. Yeah, so that is possible. So those data sets can reside in any of the uh, repository like Google Cloud Storage or Amazon S3, where you have complete information, and then we read those images one by one, and then do a image detection and identify what you are exactly looking for on detection processing, and send the data to a target system. So that's how, yeah, we do go and do it. About the data sets which is related to radiology and imaging.
Okay, great. I can read these off. We had another one that just actually two more that popped up. So I had the next one would be this is from a specific use case. Somebody's working with Meditech Expanse EHR and was curious if BizData eZintegrations can support that.
Especially related to SQS, yeah, if does provide the capability to read data from that system, yes, so we can go and read data and send it to any of these target application. All we need is a way to access those data sets from that the system. So that is possible, yes.
And I think the last question I have was maybe a follow-up from the first question about radiology and MRIs and CT scans. They were just curious about integrations, downloading of MRI images within the EHR.
Yeah, so any of the images like MRI images or sonographic or X-ray, so all those there are services available where we go and do detection and then bring out the objects which we want to detect and carry forward to the target system. So we apply same fundamentals what we apply for sonography based data sets or X-ray based data set. So it applies same thing for MRI data set as well.
Very good. I think that was all the questions. I'll stop there. I think that we're at about 45 minutes for the hour and do want to be respectful of time and do appreciate everybody for hopping on. Ritesh, thank you so much for the great demo and the overview on our EHR connector. And just let everybody know, we do have a free trial for eZintegrations. We do offer it free, no credit card deposit or anything like that for the first year of use for the first integration build. And we're happy to schedule some more time and give more of a personal overview of the integration platform and how we can work with your medical records, EHR system that you might be using. And if you'd like to see more of a personalized demo, we can set that up as well. But we'll be in touch in terms of getting a trial set up, and happy to answer any questions that maybe we may have missed. So we do have a recording of today's presentation. We'll be happy to send that too. But really appreciate the time and the opportunity to show you eZintegrations. And thank you everybody for attending.
Thanks everyone.
Thank you.